SVR IAS Academy welcomes you to the Current Affairs online video lectures. ComeOnIndia.com is our website. Today's date is March 16th, 2016. Before starting our today's Current Affairs video lecture, we invite you to share our video lecture with your friends who are preparing for civil services examination. Invite your friends to subscribe to our channel, that is SVR IAS Academy. So let's start today's current affairs video lecture. First topic of the day is about safety standards for cars. Safety standards for cars. Car is becoming an integral part of our human life. Government of India has formulated safety standards for car manufacturers to make safe cars. The important prelims points is that safety standards for cars are contained in the automotive industry standards. Automotive industry standards under Central Motors Vehicles Regulations 1989. Central Motors Vehicles Regulation 1989. Under Section 126 of Central Motor Vehicles Rules 1989, every manufacturer of the car should submit a prototype model to the government agencies, and government agencies will test all the safety features of the prototype model. If it's okay, then they'll issue a certificate. After that, manufacturer can release the car model into the market. The Section 126 of the Central Motor Vehicles Rules will apply to all motor vehicles except trailers and semi-trailers. Except trailers and semi-trailers. Central Motor Vehicles Regulations 1989 also requires government testing agencies to conduct tests on vehicles drawn from the production line of manufacturers to verify the safety features. One important prelims point is that enforcement of the Motor Vehicles Act and Central Motor Vehicles Rules come under the purview of state government and union territories. Now, let's discuss about second topic of the day, that is Bharat New Vehicle Safety Assessment Program. Bharat New Vehicle Safety Assessment Program. It is a proposed new car assessment program for India. It is a proposed new car assessment program for India. Cars sold in India will be assigned by star ratings based on their safety performance. Cars sold in India will be assigned star ratings based on their safety performance. Bharat New Vehicle Safety Assessment Program will be voluntary from October 2017. Voluntary from October 2017, and it will be made mandatory by October 2020. It becomes mandatory by October 2020. How safety of the car will be assessed? Safety performance of the car will be assessed based on test results for frontal and rear test. Frontal and rear crash test. Other features include anti-lock braking system, seat belt reminder, child lock functionality check, and so on. NAT trip, that is National Automotive Testing and R&D Infrastructure Project. National Automotive Testing and R&D Infrastructure Project will be the authority for implementing this program. Third topic of the day is assessing the India's export performance. Our goods export is declining continuously, and for last 15 months our goods export to other countries has been declining. It is not only case for India. Export of the most of the economies also declining because of the economic slowdown. Then what about trade deficit? As you may know, trade deficit is also called as net exports. Trade deficit is also called as net exports. Trade deficit is an economic condition that occurs when a country is importing more goods than it is exporting. Trade deficit is an economic condition that occurs when a country is importing more goods than it is exporting. So trade deficit is equal to value of the goods imported minus value of the goods being exported. Simply, trade deficit is equal to import minus export values. So, according to the formula, that is trade deficit is equal to value of import minus value of export. What happened to trade deficit is widened in recent times? No. Not only exports of the goods declined, but import of the goods also declined, especially on the two sectors. Gold and steel import declined drastically, and because of that trade deficit reduced. Trade deficit reduced because of the decline in the import, especially in the gold and steel sector. Fourth topic of the day is about minimum import price and why Government of India increased minimum import price for steel. In the last 1 year, steel prices are coming down sharply, and countries like China and Russia make their steel price arbitrarily low, and so that they can export more to the other countries. If the steel price is arbitrarily low means, or kept artificially low means, steel from the China and Russia will be imported more, and it will harm the domestic industry it will harm the domestic steel industry. So that to avoid such situation, Government of India increased the minimum import duty for steel. What is minimum import price? Minimum import price is a floor price below which imports into the country will not be allowed. Recently, Government of India increased the minimum import price for steel products. For example, earlier steel prices 1000 rupees means now after increasing the minimum import price it is 1500 rupees. So below 1500 rupees import of the steel will not be allowed. So the exporters of the steel can fix the price 1500 or above. So below 1500 it will not be allowed to import in India. Next topic that we will discuss is regarding agriculture income and tax evasion. As you may be aware, agriculture income is exempt from income tax. Agriculture income is exempt from tax. In the last couple of years, a trend is emerging. Many rich people started showing their income as agriculture income. Many persons earning money by doing business, but they are showing their income as a agriculture income so that they will be exempt from income tax. So recently, income tax authorities started looking into the issue, especially in cases where the persons have declared income from agriculture of more than 1 crore, and income tax authorities started looking into the issue. Next, we will discuss about need for separate regulatory framework for Ayush drugs. Need for separate regulatory framework for Ayush drugs. Ayush stands for Ayurvedic, Yoga, U for Unani, S for Siddha, and H for homeopathy. Ayush drugs are regulated in India according to the provisions of Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940. At present, Ayush drugs are regulated in India in accordance to the provisions of Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940. Recently, Government of India is considering setting up of a structured central regulatory framework for Ayush drugs. To set up a separate regulatory framework for Ayush drugs, we need to amend Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940. Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940 comes under the control of Department of Health and Family Welfare. Department of Health and Family Welfare. Now let's briefly discuss what are all the steps taken by Government of India to promote Ayush drugs. Good manufacturing practices and standards of Ayush drugs are mentioned in the drugs and cosmetic rules. And Ayush drug manufacturers has to follow the good manufacturing practices and standards. Government of India has started voluntary certification scheme. Voluntary certification scheme for Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani drugs as per World Health Organization guidelines. Government of India has also set up Pharmacopoeia Commission of Indian Medicine, Homeopathy to develop quality standards for manufacturing Ayurvedic, Siddha, Unani and Homeopathy drugs. Government of India has started National Ayush Mission, under which financial support is provided to the states for strengthening the infrastructure and functional capacity of the drug testing laboratories, pharmacies and so on. Quality Council of India with the help of Ministry of Ayush has implemented a scheme of quality certification of Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani drugs with the brand of Ayush Standard Mark and Ayush Premium Mark. Ayush Standard Mark and Ayush Premium Mark. So these are all the steps taken by Government of India to promote Ayush drugs in India. Now let's discuss about some of the salient features of National Ayush Mission. National Ayush Mission. It aims to provide better access to Ayush services. It aims to provide better access to Ayush services and it aims to upgrade state government exclusive Ayush hospitals. It aims to upgrade state government hospitals into Ayush hospitals, and National Ayush Mission aims to set up 50-bedded integrated Ayush hospitals. 50-bedded integrated Ayush hospitals. And also it aims to strengthen the Ayush educational institutions, and it aims to facilitate the enforcement of quality control for Ayush drugs. These are all the salient features of National Ayush Mission which are highly useful for the prelims examination. That's all about today's current affairs video lecture, and we are providing prelims, mains, current affairs online video lectures for IAS 2016 and 2017 batch. If you are interested to join our online video lectures for IAS exam, visit our website commandindia.com, or you can contact us via WhatsApp 809 809 9922. Thank you.